Hi everyone, Ben here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you my take on the gold, silver, and gold miners market here over the last few days. It is June 21st, 2025. We'll take a look at the 1 hour gold chart first. So you can see that gold has just been kind of doing this sort of meandering pattern, sort of lower and lower. We do have a divergence here on the MACD and the price, sort of a messy divergence, but I do think it means something. And we have hit this pivot point that I've talked about before, that 3340 level, and we got to bounce off of that. But we do have overhead resistance now around 3378. That was a lot of support here, and then we kind of back tested it a couple of times. So that area could be support on the upside. But I do think that there is a good chance that we do break to the downside here and get that effect where you get the stops ran, where we find more, uh, still a minor bottom, but we could get a more sustainable bounce once we run the stops. And this is the 1 hour silver chart here. So we broke this downward sloping trend line right here. And now we've come back and we rebroke it back to the downside. And now we've retested the underside of that downward sloping line. So that definitely looks bearish to me. And I think there's a good chance we finally come back and sort of retest that 3527 level right here. And then the next downside target is 3480 for silver. And the gold miners index GDX 1 hour chart, we broke down from that pivot point here, from that's the old double top. I've been talking about that point for a while too. So we could come back and fill this gap here, would be the first downside target at 51.97, and then we could sort of retest these highs here, possibly filling this gap, and that area is around 50.76 to the downside. So again, I think we could bounce a little bit on Monday before coming back and possibly filling that gap. But again, GDX looks a little bit bearish to me in the short run. Again, long term bullish on gold, silver, and the miners. I think it's going to be a good spot to be for part of your portfolio in the rest of this year and next year as well. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research, and we'll see you in the next one.